And hope you are doing that CSS beginners to advanced series which Mausam is doing in the afternoon, because that is much more important. This is something, if you want to master the CSS, that you should do this series if you want to become very good in CSS. Although I don't recommend to be very good in CSS, because the main focus should always be React. Okay, so but some people are there, they want to master this also. So this is like becoming a ninja master. Okay, so this have got some very advanced thing, and this is something like with CSS we can do magic. Actually, as we have seen yesterday also, some very good things we can do. So some people can make the career also out of CSS. I know a lot of people who just know that CSS and they've made a career out of CSS. So if you want to do those things, this is a must-have series. Or just for knowledge, you can, what you can do, you can take this all this code and use them in a code. Yesterday we made some very good buttons, so those buttons you can use. And where is the code? The code was there was GitHub link in yesterday's class also. There was GitHub link. Yesterday's YouTube video, there is GitHub. You can take it from there, and I will update it today also. Okay, so you can take it from there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a new folder, and it will be day 2. And day 2, oh, I'm not even sharing my screen, sorry. Okay, let me share my screen. I just created a day 2 folder. The day 1 folder was already there, so I created it. And what we are going to do first, so today we are going to do first some typography. And in that typography we are going to have some cool shadow effect. Okay, so this day 2, and inside this day 2 I will have actually another folder. Okay, or maybe day 2, I have so many folders. Maybe it will be day 2.1, because we will have something more also here. And here inside this I will have a index.html and sty and style.css, and as always attendance will be given at the end, style.css. And this index.html, let me have this not and this, and have some of it. Yes. Okay. Oh, so it is there. Hope you're able to see my screen and all. Okay, so after this will be known as typography. And again we have a lot of things to cover. Link CSS style.css, and let us have something more here. Okay, and this we are going to have. And okay, and we'll have one font also here. Okay, so font is something like the Google font we're taking, and Google font, instead of writing in the style.css, we can directly write it here also, like this link which we get when we write the Google font. So I'm writing the Google font here itself. So that is done. And after that we are going to have some, yeah, so we are going to have this thing. Okay, so let us have that thing first. So all of the content will have a font, will have a common font. So let's have this common font, that bubblegum sans, all which we have taken. And let me also go live, then we will start. So okay, in this I don't want anyways this your Safari creates a lot of problem actually. I'm not even sure that it will look good on Safari. So I'm opening this. Okay, so this is showing like this. So I have two things inside the content. I have this shadow typo and this 3D typo. Okay, 3D typo, and the class name is a cool shadow and 3D type. Okay, so both of these things we are going to do first. We are going to do the shadow typo. So let me choose this shadow typo, and here position. You might be seeing that we are using a lot of position relative. Yeah, all these things we use a lot of. Those who are good in CSS, they use this a lot of position relative and position absolute. Those they use a lot. Again, please do like and subscribe if you're new here. Please do like and subscribe. And okay, position relative and display inline block, and font size is 4M. Okay, so 4M. So first one only we are going to change, and text transform is uppercase. So it's all uppercase. See, the font is looking good because of this bubblegum sans. Okay, this is the first one which it is taking. Okay, so then the color is hash 00 B3 B4. Okay, and this should be like this. Okay, that is there. And now we will take this text shadow property. Okay, text shadow property we are going to take, and I want to show something on this text shadow and all these things. You can take a dual layer of shadow. Okay, like text HADOW. If you want to see text shadow, CSS text shadow property. So text shadow, you might be seeing that okay, we are taking it only one, but we can take like S shadow, B shadow, blur radius, horizontal shadow, vertical shadow, blur radius, and the color is there. But what if we can, so like this it is there. What if we take two shadows? Okay, so all these things are there. Okay, text shadow with a red and a blue neon glow. Okay, so this see this kind of a shadow. I can take two shadows also here. So see this. Okay, text shadow with the red and blue neon glow. So we can take two shadows also, just like the this is telling. So we will take two shadows here. Okay, and two shadows we can take by comma text shadow of 3px 3px 0px and hash e7 eef1 comma 8px 8px 0px and RGBA 0.1. Save it, and I'll do again one thing. Actually this is a bit smaller, so why not make my this thing bigger. So see, now I have this cool shadow. See, these two shadows are there, and the cool shadow it is coming like this, and it is looking quite good. Okay, so now we are going to do this 3D type shadow now. So this is something which you can use in your project, this kind of shadow. Okay, so and it looks cool and all. And if you like these things which you are seeing, please do like and subscribe. Okay, so these are all very big stuff, and this code you can directly take and use it in your project. And your project will be like the next level. So that is like that. Font size is like 4M, and text transform is uppercase, and color is hash F23958. Okay, and then like this it is showing. Now we can have a transform also. Okay, transform, and let me again show one thing. Transform CSS transform Skew transform. So there are a lot of things in the transform. One of them is the Skew method. Okay, so Skew method is something. Okay, so the transform and all. Okay, so see the scale and all those things. Transform property can be used to do the 2D transformation method. Rotate and scale are very important. So like this, you can translate it to z x-axis and the y-axis and all. Rotate is also there. So yesterday someone was telling that not getting much, so I'm doing a bit more today, means showing it from W3 school. So everything you can see it from W3 school. So rotate, you can rotate something like this. Okay, and then rotate 20 degrees. So it takes the degrees, you can rotate it. And then there is a scale method is actually very good. We use scale a lot. So scale will increase the size. Okay, the div, if you do the scale method by scale, you will increase the size. So that is there. And scale is there. Skew, the skew method skews an element along the x-axis by a given angle. the following example screws the div with 20 degrees along the x-axis. So 20 degrees, this is a normal div, and this is doing the 20 degrees along the x-axis. 20 degree along the x-axis means that's what is coming from. It is like it is holding it like this. So these are all 2D transformation, and y is on a 20 degree on the y-axis. So like this. So 20 degree on the y-axis it is doing, and we are going to use the skew method. Is an it takes two things. It takes both the x and the y-axis, so it can even do it at both places. Okay, so we're going to use this thing skew method here, and after this I'm going to come here and do a trans transform and skew and -5 deg comma -5 dg and rotate. You can rotate also 5 degree. Okay, rotate also is there. So rotate, I think rotate is our one. Rotate, yeah, rotate is there. So you can rotate it, like rotate is like rotating it like this in the clock axis. So I'm rotating it also by the 5 degrees and skewing it. Okay, so I will now save it. So it will not show much now. Okay, so transform skew -5 deg 5 deg skew 𝐏𝐸 -5 deg and ROTAT 5 degree. Okay, so that is okay. Now we are going to have a transform origin. Okay, so what is this transform origin? Transform origin CSS. Transform origin property allow you change the position of the transformed element. Okay, allow you to change the position of the x-axis, y-axis, and initial and all these things in this x-axis and y-axis. Where it is transform. Okay, transform center. It is showing like this. Transform center. Transform center top. So it will move at different places. Transform center is at this point. So and all these things you can check it out, like position relative and transform origin 10% bottom. So we can move it. So I'll do the transform origin center, save it, and it is now also showing like this. So what we are going to have here, we're going to have a text shadow here, and we are going to have a lot of text shadow here. So it is not like that you should have 2 text shadows only. You can have a multiple number of text shadows, and that is something which we are going to have here. So instead of me writing everything, copy this thing. Text shadow will have like this, a lot of text shadows, like 1px. Everything I'm giving it a comma. So what will happen? The text shadow will increase a bit. Okay, so I'll save it. So see, now the text shadows are here, and it is like now this skew and all these things are looking fine. Okay, so let me do one thing. So see, it is not looking as if it is outside. So it is showing as if it is coming out. It is coming out, and it is like it is going inside in the deep. It is going, and this 3D type it is showing it is like coming out, and this is something which is very difficult to do. So I cannot do videos in Hindi. Sorry, Mukesh, and please do this, because no, Hindi is a lot of people join here from the south of India, and my channel is like that. So south of India, a lot of people join, so they cannot understand Hindi and all those things. So it's better to do it in English, and all of my courses and all of these things are there in English. And thing which I'm thinking is like the next week I'm going to have bring a very good English tutor on my channel, because the thing is that okay, I was thinking about this also. So my channel, if you go to my channel, what is my channel about? The channel is about to make you a web app developer, but you cannot be a web app developer with Hindi. The problem is that with that, because web app developer means you should know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. React is a must. And the problem is that I was yesterday only talking with the founder in Indore. So Indore is like the heart of MP. The main language in Indore is Hindi. Okay, so he was telling me, okay, the person should be good in React and all, but the thing is that he should be good in communication. So nobody is going to give you a job with you have to have a communication skills. So it will be all waste, because even if you do like this. What you say, you will say, okay, I will not work for anyone, I'll do a freelancing job. Okay, you do a freelancing job, then what? Who will be your client? Indians don't pay that much, so their client will be all from the US. So how you will communicate with them? So that is the problem. Okay, so no, I don't do that thing, because that screws the channel also, and my channel is mainly in English, so that it becomes a bit difficult for that. And so I don't speak some very difficult English. So there are some channels in which the Indians are there, but they're NRI Indians. You know which channel I'm talking about, and they talk in UK English, and then US English and all those things. Okay, so please. And next week, yeah, as I was telling, so because Mukesh, I told one more thing. So from next week in the afternoon, there I am bringing one of the top English tutor, and there will be a video on my channel live against certification. It is like spoken English for developers. So that will be there on my channel. Do catch it out. So because of this, I am bringing. So those pain point I am noting around means, what are the pain point for you all to become a web app developer. So that's why I'm bringing on my own on my own pay and all. So I'm bringing someone. Okay, so that is there, and this is how it is looking 3D type. And now we will, and some of the things even I cannot explain, because I cannot also explain in Hindi, means I worked so much like this, some of those things. Okay, so now the next thing which we are going to do is like uh, clip images. We're going to do clip images now next. So click images, clip images. So clip images, what we are going to do, I'm going to create a new folder, okay, as a day 2.2. So we are done with day 2.1 a very good early. Okay, so day 2.2 I'm doing, and then the index.html and style.css. Now clip images are something in which what we are going to do, we are going to clip some images. Okay, so clipping images means, so we are going to have some images and have some greater than and all those things. So we're going to clip those images. So that is something which we're going to do now. So let us come here and the clip images. So yeah, let me copy the whole of HTML only. I will anyways explain it. Clip images, and then like link CSS. Need some styles also. Okay, so here I have a div sandbox again. Section is the example one. I'm getting some image from Unsplash, a random image I'm getting from Unsplash. So like this, I'm getting this random image like this from Unsplash and all. And so this all images are there. Okay, some of the images are there. I have some class and all are there. Example too. So all these images are there. So let me save it and let me. Okay, so I'll dispose of the old one, and this one I will start. So I will start it from here. So again, it started here in VS Code. So I'll open it here and see this. All 4-5 images are there. 4-5 images are there, and now we are going to see what is this clip image means. Okay, clip image means. So how we are going to see some magic now. So those magic we are going to see. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is like the clip images. I'm going to come here. One sec. Okay. Dot clip image. Dot clip image. I'm going to do. And then clip path. So what is this clip path? Let us see what is this clip path. Okay. So this clip part is clip an image to a 50% of a circle. So we have a lot of this kind of things. Okay, so clip path. See what is it? What it is doing? An image is there, and I am doing clip path circle 50%. So it is making it as a circle. Okay, circle it is making, and some other things also we can do with this clip part. So we can give the source and all those things. So I'll show what we can do. Okay. Okay, demo of different values of clip art. Clip art 40%, it is showing like this, and clip art 20%. Okay, trying to yourself. Clip path actually takes another properties also like circle and a lot of other properties also it takes. So, and we are going to use some of the other properties. So clip path, you'll see this clip path and circle and 50% at 50% and 50%. Okay, so like this I'll do. See this 50%, and it is actually also going inside it. So it is like that at 50% like this. Okay, so this is there. Now the thing is that the exact what you want in the clip path, it is sometimes a bit difficult to do. So there is a site. Let me see whether the site is there still or not. Okay. So this there is one site. Like one sec. I also give this site. So I'll open this site. This okay. So in this, what happens? So clip paths are sometimes a bit difficult to take. So with this site, we can use the clip path for everything. So like where is the mm, triangle? Where is the polygon and all? Okay. Okay, no problem. I'll take something else. So maybe this one I'll take. Okay. So this one will show like this. This one will show like this. Okay, so they are giving this. So all the clip path code. So it is like the like your box shadow generator. It is like a box shadow generator. Okay, so this is very cool. So this I will choose this clip path like this polygon. I'll choose, and then I will come here and dot clip image 2 and clip path like this and save it. So you come here, see the second one is showing like this. So you don't have to learn a bit of these things, and it is showing like this, and you can use anything like this. This site is like very good. And what else I will use? Okay, this one I'll use. Last one is this. Okay, so dot clip image 3. So see, I have shown you all so many things like this. So it is showing like this. So let us quickly this site is like amazing. So let us quickly choose. Okay, this one I'll choose now. Message and dot clip image like 4, and then it is like the path is like this, and now this thing will be shown like this. So all these examples are done. So this is how the clip path works. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create a beautiful registration form. Okay, so let us come here and do this here, and new folder day 2.3 day 2.3, and I will have a index.html and style.css, the HTML and style.css. So index.html I will go, and again let me have something. Beautiful form, form, and link css, and style.css is there, and font, we are going to take the fonts here only. So like this the fonts will be there, then the sandbox and all will be there again. So we'll have this sandbox, and so we have some classes and all here. Save it and let me go live, and we'll come here and show. This is the how the form is there. So in this form we have a content and all is there, registration wrapper, registration block is there, h3 is there, which have a create an account, a p is there, quickly and all, and the form is there. Inside the form we have an input, and we have an input, and we have input type submit. So like this everything is there. So now the next thing is that we are going to create the style format, because this is a very ugly looking form with the HTML only. So let us do that, and the first thing which we are going to do is have this bubblegum sans and all. So let us have that thing. So dot content is like a font family, and this is like this what is the bubblegum sans cursive is okay. Sans serif is okay. Then save it. Yeah, so see the font has changed, and now the width has. So we generally do a very good form in the CSS beginners class also, but this is like again this is like a master form. Okay, so margin of 0 not we can bring everything to the center, and with the 50% means with the 50% width, and everything will be at the center. Now the thing is that we are going to do this registration wrapper, this one registration wrapper. So I'll come here and do the dot registration wrapper, and then the background image I'm going to do, and background image, with the background image we can do a linear gradient, and something which we have already seen, this linear gradient. What we can do, okay, so let me show now. Linear gradient CSS. So yeah, linear gradient is this thing. And gradient also, there is a lot of gradient maker also. Linear gradient we can give like red, yellow, and blue. Okay, so gradient start at the top, it starts with red, transition yellow, it is then what it is doing. Okay, so I can make it like 3 things, and okay, it is showing like this, and we can give the degrees also in this. Okay, so this direction also we can give, then color first, color 2, and at what time that color will stop, that also we give. So linear red, like to red, and from red to blue it will be to bottom right. So all this different to degree also we can give. And so this is something which we are going to use, something like this, a degree we are going to use something like that. Okay, so the degree we are going to use, so linear gradient 135 degree, and then we are going to use the color like this hash and 0 EEFF 0, 30%, and like okay, so from 30% till I'll make it as till 90%, and this is like 0E0, and it is 88F90, and this is like 90%. So it is a bit lighter blue, and it is a darker blue. So that is what I'm taking. Okay, then I'll do a position as a relative. Position as a relative. Okay, and save it, and so it is showing like this. So it is going like this. Okay, and then I'll have a Z index of 3. I'm going to have and save it, and then the padding of 100 pixel. Padding of 100 pixel will be the, so it will be a bit bigger, and the font size of 16 pixel will be there, and save it, and the color of hash 999999. So it is like a gray kind of a color. So color is like this. So the color is been shown like this. Okay, so one more thing, this okay, we'll take this as like this. We should always do this thing. Okay, box sizing as border box. So box sizing as border box. So when you do this box sizing as border box, the padding and the border are part of the width. Okay, padding and the border are part of the width. Yeah. Okay, but I think we don't have to do it here. It is actually, I think we should do it there. Okay. Let us make it a bit normal size. So this is a normal size. So okay, so anyways, I'll make it a normal size. So this is a normal screen size which I have just made. Normal screen size is there, so that is there. Now the next thing, okay, maybe a bit smaller. That is okay. Okay. So the inputs. So the inputs we have to change now. So this inputs means this inputs we are going to change. So let us do that. So registration wrapper and form input, and display is inline block. Displays inline block. Width is 100%. Width is 100%, and padding is 0 and 20 pixel. Okay, padding is 0 and 20 pixel. Save it. Okay, so this is there, and we're changing the input. Okay, input we are changing, and then the line height. Line height is 50 pixel, and then the height is again 50 pixel, and okay, so then the background color is white, then the border is 1px solid, and hash e6 e6. Merge stack. React start next week. React is next week. So merge stack, the Node.js, which sometime we had some time back, but Node.js again we are not having so soon because we don't have time right now, and a lot of people are like beginners. So Node.js, you can go through the Node.js playlist, was always there. And Mun, we have a lot of Mun projects. Okay, so that is there. Next week is React.js week, but this time we are going to focus on React Native on the last week of the month. We are going to focus on React Native. Okay, so this is there, and the border 1px solid is there, and the border bottom width border bottom width is 3 pixel. So the border bottom is there, and the border radius is like 5 pixel. So the border radius has been done, and the outline is 0. So outline 0 is done, and we will have a transition also. Transition. So transition from outside we'll having when we are going to transit into this. So 0.3 set is transition. We're going to learn about transition in a bit later on. Also, we want to learn now. Register wrap form input, and there is a last child properties there, but there is some other pseudo thing also there. So I am doing this not last child, not last child I'm doing. Okay, and this margin bottom is 20 pixel. So except the last child, okay, which is this form input. Actually this is also an input. The input as submit is also an input. So that one doesn't have a margin bottom of 20 pixel. Everything else have a margin bottom of 20 pixel. So now we are going to change a bit of focus and active, and what it is. Okay, one is email, one is password, and one is yeah, email, password, and other is the submitter. So input type equal to email, border color hash cc. Okay, type equal to email, and not just type equal to email, we will going to change the focus here. So focus and active also. So if you want to give more, we can give it like this and like this and like this. So one is focus, one is active, focus and active, but this one is the one is email, one is the type is the password. So we're targeting both of them. It is the password, I'm targeting it, and see. So now what will happen? See, when I'm taking it here, see this border bottom, this is border color is changing. So focus, the border color is changing. So this is like this, the form, it is okay. Now we need to have this. See, this button is there. So button is looking very ugly, so we are going to create a stripe effect for the button, and the stripe effect we are again going to do linear gradient. And linear gradient is again something like we don't always do two values. We can have 100 of values also, with slight variation, like at 25% something will happen, 25, then 50% something will happen, then a 75%. So like that we can do. So for that we are going to use a background image again, and for the button we are going to use. So for button is like form input, type is CMIT submit, and position is relative, and z index is 1, and display is inline block, and padding is 0 and 20 pixel. So the button we are changing, and font size is 1 rem. Okay, so that is done, and the background color is hash f2 free 95a. So background color is changed. Background size is 100%. Okay, so now the background image we are going to change background image, and we are going to use that same linear gradient, and we are going to have a lot of functions here in this one sec. And let me have this instead of writing. So yeah, so linear gradient background image is like see, I'm having at 45 degree 25%, 25% I'll have 2, and then at 50%, 50% I'll have 2, 75%, and this is at the last percent. So I'm going to save it, and it will be like having this stripe effect. So these stripes are there, and then background background size 20 pixel, 20 pixel, and 100% and 100%. So the stripes like this, now the stripes, it means that background sizes are like this now, 20 pixel, each of them are 20 pixel, 20 pixel, and the 100%. So that's why the stripe sizes are now lesser. So now the next thing we are going to have a border. So border is 1px solid and hash f02146, and save it. So the border is changed, and border bottom width is 3 pixel, and color is white, outline is none, and cursor is pointer, and transition, we'll have a transition here, and the transition will be actually for the hover property. So this hover property will have this transition. So let us have this transition. Over, and background size is 40 pixel and 40 pixel. So see, the moment I move this, it is making it as a 40 pixels. So this is how it is moving. So that is there, and the submit, it is showing like that. Now we are going to add a style, means this title and all these things are not looking good. So this register title and register title and register block. So we're going to put the styles for them now. So let us do that. One sec. Yeah. Register title, font size is 1.5 m. So the font size has increased. So padding and bottom is like 20 pixel, and margin is 20 pixel, and border bottom is 1px dashed hash e6 e6, and this register block, I'm going to do dot register block, and position is relative, and display is block, width is 100%, max width 300 pixel, margin is auto, padding is 30 pixel, and background ground color is white, and box shadow is 0050 pixel, 𝐷𝐵A.2, and border radius is 5 pixel actually. And now it is showing this is as white. So this is how it is showing. This all is there. So this is our form is almost complete. We'll have a good tile effect. So tile effect is something when we are going to hover over the form, we'll have some effect now. So this register block is there. So register block, so this is all about creating a much more awesome form. So register block, and before comma register block, and after position is absolute, and z index is -1. So see, this has got a position relative. So before and after I can take a position as absolute. Then top is 0, top is 0, and left is 0, right is 0, and bottom is 0, and display is block, width is 100%, and height is 100%, and content we will always take when we are taking this before and after. We always have to take this content, and this background color is white, and border is 1px solid hash e6e6e6, border radius is 5 pixel is there. Transform is we are going to use the scale transform. So scale 0.9, and translate 0, 0, transition is all 0.3 ease. So there is easy now to a lot of different kind of transition which you can see. So I can save it, and so it will have no transition right now, but because we need to have the hover now, register effect, and HOVER hover, and before now 0.96, 0, and 16 pixel. See this hover I'm doing, see something is coming out from the behind. So this is what the scale is going, and this is something is coming out from the behind. Here also something is there. So this scale is increasing it a bit of it is increasing, and this all this thing, this white background and all this is been shown because of that. Okay, so this all things we creating because of that. Similarly to this, we'll have a after scale is 0.92 and it is 32 pixel. Save it. So there are two boxes are there. The second one is coming because of that. So this is how it will be doing. Okay, so this is now done. This form is now done. Now what we have to do? Okay, we first a lot of things to do. Let me give the attendance mark your attendance here. Then should we do it or not? Okay, so maybe we will do one more thing because we have a lot of things to cover. So we want to do one more thing. So index.html. And we today this thing which we are last thing which we're going to do is the broken images. So broken images like link css go live. Okay, again we'll have a link with the styles, with the fonts, link with the fonts, and then let us have rest of the things. We'll have it here. So like this we are going to have. So the images are not there right now, so it is showing at this as this broken images and all. So what to do is have something. One sec. How to bring in some images. Reveal. Okay, so these two things we are going to have now. Okay, so one is this image broken image. We don't have an image broken image two. Broken image two we do have. Okay, this is all flying eagle and all whatever it is showing. So those things are there. So one of them there is no image is been there, is been shown. Okay, so for this broken image 2, there is an image which we just put, broken image 2. So this one is the broken image 2 image which has been shown. So that's the reason it has been shown. So that is there. Now we are going to put the style here, which we have style.css. So here img.image, image is the class name, img is this tag, img.image we are doing. Then position is relative, and display is inline block, and font size is 1 gram, and text align is center, text transform is uppercase, and margin is 0.045 pixel. Save it. So it has been the text transform of the image is there. Then we'll have some image after, and image after we are going to have img image, and after we are going to have, and the display is inherit means take from the parent, and position is absolute because the parent position is the relative, and then top is 0, left is 0, and width is 100%, and min width is 200 pixel, padding is 10 pixel, 20 pixel, 20 pixel, 10 pixel, and 45 pixel. So this is the after element which we are creating, and we have some content first. Without a content, the after element is never display. Okay, so this I'm going to have, and after this I will have a attr and alt, and in this alt I'll have this not found. So this eagle, flying eagle not found, is it is showing like this. Okay, so whatever it was there earlier, it is taking that alt, attr alt means whatever it was there. So it was like flying eagle was there, so flying eagle, and then the not found was added to it, so it is showing like this. So then we need to do some more things. So border 1px dashed dshd dash hash 888 8. I think 6 of them are there. Background color is hash f0 f0 f0. Save it. And background image is url no image dot png. So no image dot png is this image, no image dot png is this image, no image dot png, and background size is 10%. Okay, so it is repeating a lot. So background repeat is no repeat. Save it. So it will be shown only once, and then we are going to have a background position of, so maybe 15 pixel and 10 pixel, and z index of 1. So this is showing actually above this, so it is showing above this, and this flying eagle is not found. So whenever we don't have this image, so in that image we can show this something like this, flying image is not found. So this is all about it. And so we have done a lot today, and a lot is remaining. Actually, there are a lot of things which are remaining. So we'll end today here, and because we have to start the JavaScript class at 8:30, I have to start the JavaScript class at 8:30. So I'll meet you all at 8:30, and please do fill the attendance form. And we're going to continue to create some very good thing tomorrow. Some I think we're going to create Mario tomorrow. So a very good animation about Mario, which we are going to do. Not animation, but how we can create Mario with CSS. 8-bit Mario with CSS. So that is something which we will start with. So tomorrow we're going to create some more crazy stuff. Okay. So with this, I'll end today's stream, and see you at all at 8:30 p.m.